Hey guys, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions video. Okay, today is going to be a really quick, easy to follow guide to Cerastes, the 8.3 boss. So the final boss of Act 8.3. As you can see, I've done this fight. I've done it all 3 times. And believe me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It did take me quite a bit of time to get used to the fight, to figure out most of the intricacies of how you have to, the bits you have to get done before you can actually do damage to him, because he works very similarly to the first 2 bosses in Act 8, if you've done those. I would probably say, a lot of people are saying he's the easiest of the 3. I would probably say he's probably the second easiest. I would definitely say that 8.2 boss was probably more of a pain in the backside than Cerastes, but to be honest, I've only done that one just the one time. But the more you do this one, the easier and the easier that it will get for you. So what I want to do is just quickly run through. I'm not going to go through all this, believe me. I think a lot of this is pointless. I think a lot of these guides that folks are doing are really good, but they're too in depth, at least for someone like me that just wants to just get in there, get stuck in, and wants to know, the must knows before you get into the fight. There's a lot of other things that are helpful, but it's too much to remember. At least for me, it is anyway. So, what you got to know about this, guys? He has 3 pieces of armor. So if we scroll down here, so he's got 3 types of corrupted armor. Leg, shield, and spirit. Now, each one of those corresponds to different abilities, but different things. The easiest way I can explain it is to get each one, you have to break each one and get it off. So he takes 90% less damage while he has those up, 30% from each one. So you will be able to do damage, but by God, it's a tiny amount of damage, and his health is so high. You've got to get those off. So the first thing I have to say is you cannot take people without a relic. You have to take champs that have relics. You need to take champions that get a lot of buffs. So I took Venom, was very good. I took Cosmic Ghost Rider. He was very good. King Groot was very good. King Groot didn't do a lot of damage, but his constant regen was invaluable to learning how the fight worked. So whether you like using King Groot or not, I do, but he was super helpful just to kind of learn how the fight was. Once I kind of learned all how it worked, I started bringing in my Venom, and he does absolutely tons of damage. Another good option would be Odin, to use Odin's pre-fights. You can bring in a lot of other champs that maybe don't have a lot of buffs. Give them Odin's pre-fights, and bam. Or you can give them, Odin's pre-fights to someone like Venom, and that makes them even better for this fight. But believe me, I had a couple of other people in my team. Each time I did each path, and you can really do damage with anyone. I mean, I had Warlock I'd done a couple fights with, and I took him in and actually, did a little bit of damage with Warlock. 2 or 3 other different champs. I'm not going to go into those, but it doesn't really matter a massive amount, but it really does help to have those champs with the more buffs. The more of those you can bring, the better. On to trying to tell you guys how to get those off. So I'll tell you guys these things, and then in a minute I'll actually go into the fight and show you how to do those as well. One thing you definitely don't want to bring is mutants, because the repair times are 35% faster, and I'll talk about the repair times in a minute. I'm sure that sounds pretty bad as it is. And then if he's suffering from Infuriate, times are 70% faster, so you probably you don't want to bring in like Hercules with this one. So we'll skip on down here, because a lot of these things are great, like I said, but you don't really need to know them. So the 3 types of armor. You got leg armor. Each one of these starts at 300. Doesn't really matter anything about why. Just keep 300 in your mind. So each one of these starts at 300 health, so to speak. Each time you break one of these pieces of armor, it will knock 100 stacks off. So let's say leg armor. leg armor is when you knock him down. So you can knock him down from a special or heavy, whatever. Once you knock him down, it knocks him down to 200. But it starts ticking back up towards 300. Okay? That's something that you need to remember. Certain paths, things like that, that you can take, his armor will heal faster than others, that sort of thing, or you'll do damage less. The damage window is less, things like that. But if you just keep on in your mind, 300 knocks it down to 200. If you do it again, knocks it down to 100. Knock it down again, we'll knock it down to 0. Then it's like broken. So you've got leg armor, you knock him down to get that one broken. Shield armor, you hit into his block. But that's all I'll tell you for that one for now. And then spirit armor, really easy, guys. Just use your relic. So whenever the attacker strikes with the final hit of a striker, so you bring your striker in, it'll knock him down. It'll break that spirit armor. So that's the 3 types. You need to do them in order, ideally. So the best way that I've figured out to do this, guys, this might not be the best way. It's the easiest way for me, for me to keep track of it. There's different, let's see if it goes into the different percentages in a moment. Let's see here. So phase transitions. Yeah, here we go. All the way down to 51%, you can parry him. That is super, that makes the fight so much easier. So all the way down to 51%, you can parry him. So first one, 100 to 91, if a corrupted armor variant fully repairs back to 300 stacks, it triggers overcharge. Just think overcharge, bad things happen. Phase 2, 90 to 51%, start of the phase, sets all of his corrupted armor variants to 225 stacks. For the duration of this phase, the attacker attempts to damage a locked armor variant. Cerastes immediately repairs 100 stacks. So you want to see which one are locked. And I'll show you in a minute, guys. Up in the top right-hand corner, up in this area under his name, you'll see the 3 different types, 3 different icons to know which one is which. So if you accidentally, let's say his leg armor is locked, you do that leg armor, instead of knocking it down, it's actually going to go up, which isn't what you want to do. And then you've got 50 to 6. This is when he becomes a bit more hairy. You can't stun him. So what you need to try to do is intercept him for that section. And then 5 to 1 is a piece of cake. Not like some of the others. You pretty much just need to last it out, really. And what I was doing was try to just keep intercepting. And if you keep intercepting, once he gets down to 1%, you intercept him and it kills him. He does like 99 million damage or something silly. 99,999 damage. So let's see what else I need to tell you guys. So the way I try to do it, guys, is, let me go back up. Really quick, special 1. Never try to push him past the special 1. The special 2 is super hard to dex. I think I've only done it like twice the whole time. Every other time, it just gets plasma on you and it just melts you. Same with the special 1. If you get, it will give you a plasma passive, and if you're full health, you will probably survive 2 to 3, probably 3 different special 1s before you're dead. But just try not to get it on you because it will melt you. The special 1 is a quick dash back, a couple seconds, and then dash back again. So it's a 3-parter, a 3-part dodge back. It's once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to dodge. Hopefully I can show you guys in a bit. I've probably forgotten it, got out of the habit already, even if it's only 24 hours, but we shall see. So the main thing that I've found, guys, to do damage to him is up to 51% is just parry him. Straight away, parry him. So it will stop him in his tracks. He's very aggressive. So parry, stop him in his tracks. Then 5-hit combo, let him do his thing, parry him again, because he won't have that. You won't be able to have your spirit gauge won't be full. One thing I will say about your spirit gauge for your strikers, your relics, make sure you have, if possible, the highest star level that you possibly have you can get, because the spirit gauge will fill up faster, and it will allow you to throw those get your striker out there much quicker. I think it's only like just half a dozen hits for like a 5 or 6 star, but like a dozen hits for a for like a 3-star relic. So the higher the relic, the faster that spirit gauge fills up, the faster you can get that out there. But anyway, back to this. So what you want to do is parry a couple 5-hit combos and then get your striker out there. So your striker will be your first one. So you do your striker. Once your striker finishes the combo, it parries them, doesn't it? It stuns them. That's when I will always do the heavy, especially if you're running suicides. That's one thing I noticed, because I was trying to do like SP1s, and I was using all my health to recoil. But you can easily do this fight with recoil masteries. Just whenever, as soon as that striker finishes the combo, heavy him. So that will do your spirit armor, the first one, and then the second one with the heavy will do the leg armor. So you'll have both of those down to 200, and then it will be your shield armor. So once you do your heavy, when he comes up, he's going to come up swinging. 9 times out of 10, he'll be ready to throw a special one at you. You want to dodge that special one and then punish the special one. The one good thing about how Cerastes is set up is he's got auto block. So when you try to punish the special one, it won't allow you to punish the special one. He'll auto block it. You just want to hit it once. Okay? So you go in, punish the special one, and then back out again. And then repeat the cycle. She'll have it down to 200, 200, and 200. Then you want to do the same thing again. You want to do your spirit armor into the heavy, dodge back, wait for him to throw the special, and then punish the special. That'll have it down to 100, 100, 100, so on until it gets down to where all 3 pieces are broken. Once all 3 pieces are broken, then you can go in and just go ham. Just beat the hell out of them. You'll do tons of damage until either the phase finishes or the actual timer runs out and he gets all of his armors back. One thing I will say, guys, is once you break one piece of armor, let's say you break leg armor first or whatever, or if you get a bit screwed up and you break one out of sequence, you've got a timer. A timer will start. So that you'll see a timer start around, say, the leg armor piece up here on this right-hand corner that I was telling you about. So once that timer starts, you need to break another piece of armor before that timer runs out. If you break it, another one, before that piece runs out, that will reset the timer on the first one. So you'll have both sets going, broken. Then you need to break the third piece before that timer runs out for the second one. If you do, then that's great. He'll be broken, and that's when he goes and he just kind of sits there and lets you beat him up. If you don't, all 3 will be reset to 300, and you've got to start all from scratch again. Okay. Hopefully I haven't completely just absolutely blown your mind. But let's. All right, guys. I'll try my best to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So we'll bring in CGR, and I'll try to get him down here. Let's see. Okay, guys. Hopefully you can kind of see what I was doing there. So you want to parry them. Remember, up to 51% you can parry them. So you want to parry them. And then once you parry them, you want to beat into them until you can use your striker. Once you use your striker, he'll get stunned. You want to heavy him. Then you want to back out, bait that special out, and then punish that special. Hit into his block a couple of times, then dodge back out. That will do all 3 damages. She'll have to do that 3 times. So 300 to 200, 200 to 100, 100 to 0. And once you've done that, all 3 will be broken, and then it will open them up to be able to be, absolutely tons of damage. So as you can see, we're into phase 2 now. So phase 2, very, very similar to phase 1. Really, really easy. You just want to parry. Don't make I made a couple mistakes there. Didn't get the full dex on the SP1s, but I would say up to the 51%. Just make sure you're parrying because you can. When it starts going below the 51% where you can't parry anymore, you need to start being really careful. What I was trying to do was just intercepting him, and then once you can intercept him enough until you can use your striker, same exact process. Use your striker, heavy him, and then back out, bait the special, and then punish that special. Once in a while, as you can see there, I didn't want to push him to the SB2, so instead of being able to heavy him after I used the striker, I backed out, baited the special, and then used another heavy to knock him down that time instead of using, or not a heavy, used the special to knock him down. It's just something else to kind of keep in the back of your mind. It's not a crazy difficult fight. It just will take time to get used to all the intricacies and how it works. I really hope that's helped, guys. If it has, then leave me a comment down below. I know it's just taken a little bit longer than what I would have liked, but I've tried to make it as easy and user friendly as I possibly can. What I would have wanted to hear instead of some of the really in depth guides that I've watched before doing the fight. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.